When people discover negative information on their credit reports, their first instinct is often to react immediately by disputing accounts, closing credit cards, or searching for quick solutions that promise to improve their credit scores. While these reactions are understandable, they frequently occur without a clear understanding of how the credit profile actually works. The credit strategy framework emphasizes that credit decisions should always begin with careful analysis rather than immediate action, because a credit report represents a structured financial history that must be interpreted before meaningful decisions can be made. A credit report records how credit has been used across months and years, and the information inside that report forms patterns that lenders evaluate when determining whether someone represents a reliable borrower. When someone reacts emotionally to a single negative account, they may overlook the broader context of the credit profile. For example, a report may contain one older negative account while also showing several long-standing accounts with consistent payment history. A lender reviewing that report might see stability despite the presence of the negative item. In contrast, a report containing several recent late payments or rapidly increasing balances may signal risk even if no single account appears severely negative. Analysis helps reveal these patterns by allowing someone to step back and examine how each part of the credit report interacts with the rest of the profile. Within the credit strategy framework, analysis involves examining several important aspects of the report. Payment history is one of the first elements to review because it reveals whether obligations have been handled consistently over time. A pattern of on-time payments across multiple accounts often signals reliability to lenders. Credit utilization is another important factor because it shows how balances compare to available credit limits on revolving accounts. High utilization may suggest financial pressure, while lower balances relative to limits often indicate responsible credit management. Account age also plays a role because older accounts demonstrate longer experience with credit relationships. Lenders frequently interpret longer histories as signs of stability because they show that credit has been managed over extended periods of time. Another element to consider during analysis is the timeline of the credit report. Credit reports function like historical records that grow month by month as lenders report new information. Each payment update, balance change, or account status adjustment becomes another entry in the financial timeline. Understanding where an account sits within that timeline can influence how much weight it carries within the profile. Older accounts may gradually lose influence as time passes, while recent activity often carries greater significance because it reflects current financial behavior. When someone studies the report with this timeline in mind, they begin to see that credit profiles are constantly evolving rather than remaining static. This understanding helps people avoid reacting to information that may already be fading in importance. Analysis also allows consumers to identify which aspects of their credit profile deserve attention. Sometimes inaccurate information may appear within the report and may need to be addressed through appropriate channels. In other situations, the report may accurately reflect past financial events that cannot be changed but may gradually become less influential as new positive activity accumulates. By analyzing the report before acting, individuals can determine whether a specific step will actually improve the profile or simply create unnecessary effort. This analytical mindset is central to the credit strategy framework because it replaces emotional reactions with informed decision-making. Once someone completes the analysis stage, they can interpret the report from the perspective of a lender reviewing the same information. Lenders are not reacting emotionally to individual accounts. Instead, they look for patterns that indicate how reliably credit has been managed across time. When consumers begin to view their reports through this lens, they gain a clearer understanding of how their financial behavior is being recorded and interpreted. Only after this interpretation should decisions be made about whether any action is necessary. Sometimes the appropriate decision may involve addressing incorrect information. In other situations, the best strategy may involve continuing to build positive financial patterns that strengthen the credit profile over time. Beginning with analysis, therefore, helps ensure that any action taken is purposeful and informed. Instead of reacting to isolated events, individuals learn to evaluate the structure of their credit profiles and make decisions based on a complete understanding of how the report functions within the credit system. This approach transforms the credit report from a source of anxiety into a document that can be studied and interpreted. By learning to analyze before acting, People gain greater control over their financial decisions and begin to see their credit profiles as evolving financial histories rather than fixed scores that must constantly be chased or corrected.